Welcome back to a new video, everyone, a little bit of a different video. If you watched yesterday's second episode, you'll know what's coming up. We're basically just going to take a little recap on what's been happening around the world to start this save. It's Christmas Eve. We don't want to get too heavy into anything. So it's just going to be a little look. It is going to be part of the main series. It actually comes about 6 months earlier in-game than planned. Only a couple of episodes earlier. So yeah, thank you very much everyone for your support so far since the start of this game came out. It really does mean so much to me. We've smashed that yearly target at 50 subs. The views are still insane, the likes are still insane, comments still flowing in. Thank you everyone. I could not do this without you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Let's get back into the episode. So welcome back everyone. Let's just start with a little recap of our career, shall we? So of course we started off with Limavady United in Northern Ireland. Night first season, got sacked. The second season, bottom of the league. Wasn't great. Kuching we then played as in the Liga Premier Malaysia. Over there, we won the Manager of the Month once. We also won the Piala Caravan Malaysia. At the same time, we took over at Eritrea. We then moved on to ATM after our contract expired at Kuching. First season, winning the, retaining, me personally, the Piala Caravan Malaysia. Second season, going up in second place, two-time Manager of the Month. Ninth in the third season, and that fourth season, 2 times Manager of the Month, 1-time Manager of the Year. We won the League and Cup double, the Liga Super and the Shopee Piala FA Malaysia. Eritrea sort of came and went. We didn't have a competitive game there at all. And then after that, we moved on to North Korea, where we have been now for, we've just entered into our 4th year in North Korea. Haven't really done anything with them either, but we've got a decent record going up there. After Malaysia, we moved on to Balestier in Singapore. 1 season, 1 League and Cup double, Manager of the Year award there. And also the Singapore Premier League and the Komoco Motors Singapore Cup. Straight on to Hong Kong, where once again, we did a double. Despite finishing 3rd in the league, we ended up winning in the little playoff, Champions playoff that they have over in Hong Kong. So you won the Premier League there. You also won the Hong Kong Sapling Cup and the Hong Kong FA Cup. No Manager of the Year there, though. Percy Raja was our last team. Second place in that first season there, Manager of the Year and a Manager of the Month once. Also winning the Kratingdaeng Piala Indonesia, which is the cup we had to win. Of course, losing out on the league title on penalties in that last season. Before that second year there, the one that's just gone, Percy Raja, Manager of the Year, 3 times Manager of the Month. We won the Shopee Liga 1 and the Piala Super Indonesia that year, before we just moved on to our current club in Newtown over in Wales, and still at North Korea as well. Now the Premier League, we're just going to go through season by season on the Premier League. So this is the current real life season in the Premier League. Manchester City winning the league by some distance, to be quite honest with you. Winning that by, 12 points over Manchester United and Liverpool. Both finished on 79 points. Manchester United second in terms of goal difference. Chelsea just a point back. Everton up in 5th place. Arsenal down in 9th. West Ham, decent season for them, but Brentford, Newcastle and Crystal Palace going down. Manchester United then won the league title in the second season, 1 point ahead of Manchester City, 5 ahead of Liverpool. Arsenal bounced back up into 4th place. Chelsea down in 6th. Relegated here, Sheffield United, Norwich and Bournemouth. So again, nothing really shocking there. Tottenham dropping out of the top 7 perhaps. Leeds being up in 7th. Then Manchester City regained their crown, 5 points ahead of Chelsea. And Liverpool, who again separated by goal difference, just 1 goal this time. Manchester United 2 points further back. Leeds going up but 1 place further, up into 6th place. Tottenham getting back into the top 7. Leicester dropping out down to 9th place. West Ham relegated this season with just 18 points, along with Watford and Blackburn. Manchester City then did retain their crown, 10 points ahead of Manchester United, who themselves were 10 points ahead of Liverpool. Chelsea, Arsenal, Everton, Leicester round out the top 7, Leeds down in 9th, Fulham, Newcastle again, and Luton this time going down. 3 titles in a row for City, again ahead of United, Liverpool and Chelsea. Brighton up in 6th place there. Just going to sort of flick through here. We don't want to take too long away from Christmas Eve, just looking at any shot results. Wolves, West Brom, Forest going down. Another City League title, 100 points this time, 10 ahead of Liverpool. Chelsea, Manchester United, your typical top 4 there. Blackburn, Newcastle and Hull going down again. So that's 3 times now Newcastle have been relegated. Chelsea then winning the league title, 5 points ahead of City. Liverpool, Manchester United again top 4. Aston Villa up in 6th place this time. Sheffield United, Watford, Brentford going down. Leeds are dropping down into sort of mid-table now, he says, as they bounce back up to 9th that year. City once again back on top there. West Ham, Newcastle, Derby all going down in that one. City once again. Brighton still up in that top 6. They're a team that I've seen quite often in a couple of previous editions of Football Manager do pretty well. Brighton, so yeah, they're doing decent. Obviously down in 10th this season. Newcastle look like they're going down again, but you can just say it's just been pretty much dominance for City. 9 years, they've won it 7 of them. And see that they haven't won it, they've come runners up. So, do they still have Pep? Is that the question? They don't know there. Pep left in 2023 after 6 years. Gabriel Milano has now been there for 7.5 years, so he's done pretty well there. Ruben Diaz is the captain. Still got Edison there, Max Aarons, James Justin, Jude Bellingham, Frankie de Jong, Demir, Musiala, Mbappe, Foden, Mukoku, Chiesa, Neves, Torres, Adeyemi, Tielemans. You can see why they've been dominating the league, really, can't you? Chelsea, managed by Zidane, now there. Tuchel was sacked in 2023. Interesting. Still got people like Reece James there, obviously Fofana's a big name. Havertz, Dest, Gabriel Jesus is actually there as well. So my dog's just looked at me, so said that. His name is Zeus. So Liverpool still have Klopp, actually, surprisingly. Alisson still there. He's retiring at the end of the season. Salamakers, Gravenberch, Pino, Omo, Harvey Elliott, McNeil, Alexander Arnold, Ignacio. So a decent little team there as well. Still with Trent, was surprising. Arsenal still have Arteta. See, Saka is still there. Also, Manchester United is still Ole. Of course, when I started the save, Ole had not been sacked in real life, so he was still there. Camera froze again, so we'll just skip over that there. We'll take that off. Rashford there as captain. Fernandes is still there as well. Livramento, Kakir, Bardiol, Sancho, Fernandes, Rashford, Greenwood. Zinchenko there as well, actually, is relatively surprising. The FA Cup over their history and past winners. Any surprises here? Wolves winning it. Leeds are in there as well. That's a lot more mixed over in the FA Cup. Serie A, the second highest league now in the game. Past winners here. Mostly Juventus. We've got one for Milan, one for Roma, and one from Inter there, but that is mostly Juventus there dominating that. La Liga. Barcelona, actually, surprisingly, given their real life troubles, are doing pretty well. Split between them and Real Madrid, as you'd sort of expect, really. What next? Bundesliga. This one is probably less surprising. Still domination for Bayern Munich. So, yeah, that probably isn't a surprise at all there. And I don't think we're going to see much of a surprise here. We are not. It's still PSG dominating that as well. Champions League. So this has been English dominated pretty much. Of course, Juventus winning the first two, beating Manchester United in the final on both of them. City 3 in a row, Chelsea back-to-back City again, and Liverpool winning there. So if we just go to stages. So Juventus winning on penalties that season, then 2-1 in the second year over Manchester United. City beating Bayern 3-1. City then beating Chelsea 4-0 and Bayern 2-1. Chelsea then beat Manchester United 2-1. City 3-1 over Chelsea. City 3-0 over Manchester United. Liverpool 2-1 over Bayern. And then we're into the first knockout round here. No particular standouts. Maybe Olympiacos making it that far. But no real shocks there. Europa League, Milan, Leicester, Roma, Bayern. Juventus actually dropped down to this. Juventus, Arsenal, Milan. So them two seem to be trading titles there now. And the Europa Conference League, even. Napoli has won this. Sevilla have won this. Valencia have won this. Couple of big names. Chelsea actually coming in runners up there. Tottenham, West Ham, Brighton. So 4 in a row English runners up. World Cups. Past winners. So England set to win the World Cup in Qatar, beating Mexico in the final. Before Italy beat Austria in 2026, and Spain beat the US in 2030. That is interesting, actually, to be fair. So we'll take a look at the. I've just seen Group B. Mali in 2022 finished top of Group B, ahead of France and Denmark, beating France 3-2. Oh, okay, wow. England and Mexico came from that same group. US going out behind Italy and Argentina. That's a pretty tasty group there, to be honest with you. Romania going through top of the group, ahead of Croatia and Brazil and South Korea, to be fair. That is a massive shock for Romania as well. Wow. Second rounds, that's where it ended for Mali. Qatar, I did not notice them go through. What group? They went through ahead of Chile and Iceland, but they knock out Mali. France taking out Netherlands. Mexico beating Portugal on penalties. England over Costa Rica. Italy over Colombia. Spain over Argentina. Romania's run ends at the hands of Germany 4-0 and Belgium beating Croatia. Quarterfinals, England beating France. Their Qatar ends at the hands of Mexico. Italy beating Belgium and Spain over Germany on penalties. And then Mexico beating Italy on penalties to meet England in the final. Of course, they met in the groups England winning the final 2-1. I forgot what I was saying then. 2034, of course, we move to the three team group. So yeah, let's just. I definitely want to see many shocks in this, just because of how the groups are laid out. So just have a quick flick through. Qatar actually qualified for this World Cup. Mali finishing bottom of their group. They could not repeat the heroics of 4 years prior. Yeah, no real shocks in the group stage. Second round, of course, this is in Mexico, US, and Canada. This World Cup. US beating Canada on penalties at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Any big names going out? Italy beating Croatia. Wales beating Mexico. Austria knocking out Germany in extra time. Not particularly any shocks there. Thailand getting battered by England. Third round, Spain ends the US's run in the home World Cup in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, 5-2. Uruguay are out 5-0 against Russia. Italy beating Wales. England beating Brazil. Portugal beating Belgium. And France beating Argentina. So quarterfinals, England beating Portugal 4-2. Austria beating France 3-2. Continuing that lovely run we know ends in a final. Norway over Russia 1-0 and Italy over Spain. Before Italy beat England in the semi-finals 1-0. Austria beating Norway 3-2 in the semi-final. And Italy winning 1-0 in the final. And then the last World Cup to have happened. Again, I don't think we're really going to see any massive shocks over here. Not particularly, not in that round anyway. This one hosted in England and played at Wembley. England beat Sweden 3-0 to knock them out. France being beat 3-0 by Colombia in Leeds to eliminate France. Nigeria in Everton Stadium, Bromley Moor Dock Stadium, knocking out Belgium on penalties. That is probably the shock of this round at least, but perhaps all the World Cups that we've seen. Any other big names? Serbia beating Japan, possibly. Brazil beating Austria, of course, runners up last time. Denmark then knocked out England on penalties at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium after a 1-1 draw. Italy beating Portugal. Nigeria beating Colombia. They continue their run as well. US knocking out Brazil. Quarterfinals, that's where Nigeria's run ends at Wembley, losing to Denmark. Italy beating Uruguay in extra time. Spain beating Croatia in extra time. And US knocking out Argentina on penalties. Before the US do knock out Denmark 2-1, meeting Spain in the final, who beat Italy for a 2-0 victory over Spain. World award winners. So the Ballon d'Or you see here was won by Kevin De Bruyne first season, beating Lewandowski and Goretzka. Perhaps a bit of a surprise there. Ronaldo, second season over KDB and Lewandowski. Before Lewandowski finally gets his hands on a Ballon d'Or, age 35 in 2023, beating Haaland, who's now at PSG, and Chiesa. Lewandowski also at PSG, by the way. KDB then getting his second Ballon d'Or ahead of Mbappe and Adeyemi for Mbappe dominance. He wins this, what's that, 6 years in a row. And, yeah, I mean, what do you do with that? So, let's just take a look at PSG's team. Still with Poch, Donnarumma, Hakimi, De Ligt, Rodrigo, Teo Hernandez, Junior, Camavinga, Shortire is an interesting name in there. Haaland, Felix, Sander Berger, Upamecano, Joe Gomez, Rodri, Kessie. Interesting. Sean Shortire is a very interesting name. Went out on loan to Leicester. Didn't really get a chance until he had that loan spell at Leicester before moving to PSG for £41 million. It's an interesting little name in there. I don't know if I'm missing anything major. I just want to take a look, the big ones. Actually, let's just take a look at the biggest transfers, shall we? Well, transfers. Leading transfers. There we go. So the record transfer fee here is Frankie de Jong from Barcelona to Manchester City, £134 million, rising to 160. The top three, all Manchester City. Adeyemi from Bayern, 112, rising to 135. 124 minutes for Joshua Kirk from Liverpool. Katani from Inter to PSG, up to 150. Yusufa Moukoko then gets back-to-back. He moved from Dortmund to Liverpool for £111 million. And Liverpool to Manchester City for £121 million 3 years later. Only a £10 million profit. Probably not fantastic there. Demir, Declan Rice on there with the City. A lot of this is City, Chelsea and PSG. Anyone else? Adeyemi on there twice. PSG to Bayern and then obviously Bayern to City. Haaland only moving for 85 million is a bit of a shock there, but nobody else is on there twice. Tielemans, 85 million. So yeah, that's just a little light-hearted look at how things have shaped up so far in this save. If there's anything in particular you want me to look at, the next one will be in 10 years' time in game, so 2041. Let me know in the videos in the lead up to that. And yeah, I mean, if you've enjoyed this little change of pace, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, enjoy what you see. Have a fantastic holiday period, everyone. Merry Christmas. I'll be back on Monday. Bye-bye.